Are
we on?
I turned the video off. So you can run around here with your shirt half hanging off and stuff as you're caught in your shirt.
I don't know what I'm supposed to look like.
What do you mean you don't know what you're supposed to look like? It's supposed to look like you. Always fretting over shit. Always fretting. Okay, so that's our microphone. Okay. You're going to have to speak up. You can't be quiet.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. Yes.
All right.
See that little line right there? When
yes.
you talk, it should go in the yellow. Not the red, in the yellow.
Okay, got it. Yes, sir.
All right, let me get our actual recording set up here. See if anybody shows up in the old chat room.
Okay.
I'm totally resetting up my office to look more like this when I get there.
Hey, babe.
Oh, you got filters on.
Okay. One person. Anthony.
Yes, not. Oh, there we go. I'm all out of focus. You have portrait mode on. Yeah, this is going to blow me out of focus.
I do. I like.
You were funny. Okay.
Did you grab my watch?
I did. I put on the charger for you. I know. Why would I ever do something like that?
It's horrific. You're an animal.
That's not what I want. There we go. Yes. I don't know if I like your giggling.
Giggling is me.
Well, yes, that I know. I don't know why. BioCal's on. Yeah. What did you spill?
It happens. You married a clumsy person.
Yeah, apparently.
You're lucky I'm still alive. Thanks.
Oof.
Thanks for catching me.
Yeah, you're welcome. BioCal, you should now have video. You should have video. I had the video turned off because she was running around the house or running around the room like trying to figure.
I can't get my life together.
You're looking at that trying to.
It's
reversed. It's opposite.
It's the worst.
It is.
Okay.
It's opposite.
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 Okay.
We're see how we're sitting.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Newbie here. Okay, let's do this. It's gonna fall to the side, and I'm gonna try to fix it. And yeah,
you're just gonna make it worse.
Yeah.
It's just gonna happen. Keep happening during the show.
I'll just tilt.
Just tilt.
Yeah. Look, they can't tell.
BioCal says flip it, but then if I flip it, it'll flip it in recording, and then my right-handedness will be all left-handed, and it'll look funny when I go to edit it later. Then that's going to cause my own little. Look, I already have issues.
You do?
Yes.
Okay, then don't flip it. He can't flip it. He has issues.
You don't have to speak up when you talk to the camera.
Listen, you told me it has to be at the yellow line. I'm like, there. You're welcome.
You're actually getting in the red.
Listen.
See?
I don't know what you want from me.
Yeah, you do.
You're asking too much.
That's
We're recording. Easy killer.
We're not. Well, we're streaming. We're not recording.
Okay. So this is totally ad-lib because I don't have any notes. So let's do this.
Yes. Okay. First thing, stop doing that. Because watch the little meter.
There's so many rules. You're just gonna have to edit it. Aren't you some kind of edit genius?
I can't take out bumps when you're
Listen,
talking though.
It is what it is, man.
Welcome to my life. All right. I don't have the music queued up.
Okay.
So we're not going to get music cues. Okay. We're just going to kind of have to go.
I give it a little. Okay.
I'll have to add the music in later.
Oh, why didn't you have music queued up? I don't get no music. I'm not that special.
The files are back in Alaska.
I guess I'll have to survive.
You barely wanted to be here in the first place.
Shh. They don't know that.
They do now.
I'm so happy to be here. This is lovely.
It's funny. You're nervous about being on, and you being here is making me nervous. This is bullshit. Just all around, complete bullshit.
You're welcome.
How come the camera's like focused perfectly on you, and I'm all out of focus?
It's because you're pasty.
I'm not even going to mention how racist that was.
I know. My bad. I meant.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
So how do you know what's going on in the chat room if you block the chat room stream?
Well, as soon as I hit the record button here for the audio recording,
okay,
I will move this out of the way and we'll be able to see the chat.
Copy. Okay.
I could just move this over here.
Oh, if you only could easily make copies. Yeah. He didn't plan on being here that long. I have held him hostage.
Yeah, Kent was supposed to produce last week and I was supposed to fly back this week, so we weren't going to do a show. We ended up not doing a show last week, and then we didn't do a show this week. That's why we're doing this tonight. Okay. I didn't plan on having a full setup either.
I'm sorry.
So
yeah, I can't. I might just take my clothes off. Okay, let's go.
You can't do that on Twitch.
Okay.
They'll kick us off.
Oh.
We must stay clothed.
Okay.
We can get an OnlyFans for that later. What? Hit the record button.
Okay.
Hit that one. So audio is recording. Barely. Oof. That's gonna be rough. Okay, well at least we'll have this recording.
Okay.
And we hit record right there.
Okay.
And now we're actually recording the video. So this will actually go on YouTube. Would you like to say anything to YouTube before we start the show?
No, start your show. Do your thing.
This is my thing.
You don't have like a start?
Yes.
Okay, do your start. Like, this shouldn't be different. This isn't new. Hello, welcome to the new podcast, blah, 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 and I'm Anthony. Come do your thing.
Oh, it's a new podcast? We're going to start doing the podcast that pros to you so many years ago?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Weak sauce. Hello and welcome to the Ritual Misery Podcast, episode special with Sariethia, because I don't know what number we're on, because I'm prepared.
Wow.
Exactly. This is a show where two lifelong friends and their guests celebrate all things geek. I'm Amos. Kent is not here because he's a punk. That's what I'm saying anyway. It's actually just because I'm playing this shit without him. But I do have my very special guest. Can I call you a guest? I guess. I mean, I'm in your house right now.
Yes, but technically I don't do this. So yes, I would be the guest.
Okay, so here's my guest for this evening, my lovely wife, Sariethia. So welcome to the pod.
Thank you. I'm very thrilled to be here. Yay!
You did makeup. That, like, Like you went all out. Well, you went 20 minutes of all out.
Yes, that was it. Like that's the extent of my makeup. That's it. That's
You,
yeah.
you, you came home, you talked on the phone for a little while, you ate some food, and then you came up here and spent about 15 minutes bumping some hair and doing some touch-ups on the face.
Yes, and you got to take a nap while snoring in my ear while I was on my phone call.
The phone call was boring.
Like you started getting louder. That's why I got up.
You was boring. It probably got more boring.
No, it's exciting.
It was not.
I was getting the juice from work. Sometimes you got to get that juice.
Sure. Yeah. We don't have a drama in podcasting.
Oh,
No.
okay. Yeah.
Because we just cut people off. You start causing drama, and I just don't talk to you anymore.
Oh.
I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Oh, you learned it by watching me. Is that what happened?
Except you still have to go talk to them.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
So 3 things on the agenda today.
Okay.
3 things. The 3 things that I thought of that I would like to talk to you about that I think people might be interested in hearing.
Okay.
1, your move to Seattle, from your point of view. Because they've heard it from mine.
Oh, they have they?
Yeah.
Did you tell them that we almost got divorced?
I don't have to. They already know that. Like every day is almost. I mean, I'm sure you divorced me today, like at least 3 times.
Not today.
Before I fell asleep on you during your boring phone call.
Not today. Not yet. No. I've been trying to maintain the marriage while you've been up here.
Funny. That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is how we plan on maintaining our marriage, living separately.
Oh, it'd be a piece of cake. There won't be any problems at all. None.
With all that, I figured we would start with the third. Was it 2 weeks ago? It's 2 weeks ago now. We took a nice little trip to the VA ER, the emergency room.
Whew, that's a nightmare. We can't swear, right?
Yeah, we can swear. You can say whatever the hell you want.
Control my potty mouth.
Oh.
That was a nightmare.
It was.
Like a sailor.
It was even worse inside. I mean, you got to basically watch TikToks and fall asleep in a van because you couldn't come in the ER with me.
It was a long nap.
Yeah.
5 hours? 6?
5.
Got hungry.
Yeah.
I got a little hungry.
It was annoying. So a couple weeks ago, I started having back pain, and as viewers and listeners will know, I've had back pain for quite a while now. It's been an ongoing issue. I've had like 3 back surgeries.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But it's been good for a while. I mean, I haven't had really any major back pain in quite a while. It's some minor aches and pains, and be laid up for a day or something after some heavy activity or whatever. But nothing like amazing,
Okay, we'll go with that. Listen, once your back starts hurting, it's just like you're shut down, and I don't have a husband for like a couple of days. Like you're kind of dead.
Fair enough. I'll give you that.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's So back started hurting.
Okay.
We flew down here on a Monday.
Okay.
And it just kept hurting, and eventually got to the point where just taking a deep breath would hurt, and that's when it was like, okay, well now it's time to get somebody to look at it. And being a veteran, I get free medical care because that's a thing you have to worry about in the U.S. for some stupid fucking reason. I get free medical care at the VA. So the VA in Seattle has an emergency room. Yes. So I went up there. It was like an hour drive. We had to fight traffic and everything else. Like it was not easy.
It wasn't too bad. It was an hour drive. It was just the wait because I figured we would be boom, 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 in and out in like 2 hours.
Which it started that way. I got in there, and within about half an hour, I'd seen the doctor. Within about an hour of arriving, they ordered me a CT scan. So within maybe another 30 minutes, they sent me back for the CT. Yes. Came out of that. Within like 30 minutes after that, they came in, told me what the prognosis was or whatever. The pinched nerve between L3 and L4.
Yes, and at that point, you should have started screaming, "My back, the pain, give me the drugs."
I could barely breathe. There was no screaming.
I know. And then they just sat there and left you there. I think they forgot about it.
Well, I think the patient next to me in the next room over was actually like going, like they were putting him in a coma for COVID. Is what I think was going on. So basically they forgot about me to save old schmuck's life. next door.
Meanwhile,
you were just in the car.
I ate hospital food.
I didn't. Didn't give me no fucking food.
Yeah, yeah.
That I think that's when I finally lost my shit.
Yes.
It had been an hour and 40 minutes since anybody had even checked on me. I'd already gone to the bathroom twice. They'd already given me my drugs, my first round of drugs, the painkiller, stuff like that. So I was able to breathe and halfway be normal.
You get hangry worse than any female that I've ever known.
Well, and then they left me there for an hour and 40 minutes. So I just started wandering the halls.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And no one noticed? I thought they hooked you up to an IV.
No, they gave me an IV to administer the medicine, but then it wasn't like it was with a bag or whatever.
Oh, and no one noticed the strange dude walking the halls.
Well, I figured they would, but after about 20 minutes, I was up there. I took a picture of the little patient board that had everybody's statuses on there.
That explains that.
Yeah, I was just wandering around. I was checking in other rooms.
Oh my God!
And nobody said shit to me. Like, it was the worst security nightmare ever. Like, at one point, a nurse was telling a doctor what was going on in the room, and I just went over there and kind of stood there like I belonged there. I was like, huh.
I could have walked up in there, and they probably wouldn't even notice.
You fucking could have. They wouldn't let you come in to be my consort or whatever in the hospital.
Yeah.
But once you got in, nobody gave a shit about anything. It was ridiculous. So, yeah, I wandered the halls for a good half an hour, and then finally someone said, sir, are you the patient from that room over there? I said, yeah. They're like, did you need something? I was like, I needed something an hour ago. Now I'm just bored. And the lady behind the counter was like, you're just bored? And starts laughing and leaves this technician to like figure out what the fuck to do.
Yeah, because it was the nurse that knew the technician had just left you there and forgot you, so she was like fucking him out.
My nurse was right outside my door and never bothered to check in. And then at one point, I stood outside, and like, when I first went outside, I was standing there, and she was like doing a little type up report, and someone said, "Oh, is that your patient?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Fuck it." That's when I started walking. It was like, this is dumb. So after it took 2 hours from the time that I was last checked in on, when they gave me my drugs. That's the bad part. They gave me drugs. Mm-hmm. And then left me alone for 2 hours to figure shit out my own.
You had a phone. You're fine. You're a veteran. You got this.
But I wanted to leave. And they brought food to every other fucking room in there but mine.
I wonder if you walked out, if they would have called you and be like, hey, I need you to come back so I can bill you.
Well, that's what eventually happened. I was out there and I was like, so it's been a while. Can I just leave? Can I go? They're like, well, have you gotten discharge paper? And I was like, no. Like, well, you should wait for that. I was like, well, how long should I wait? They should be back within about 20 minutes. I was like, it's already been 2 hours. Can I just leave? Like, my wife's outside. I'm hungry. No one's brought me food or water or even checked to see if I had a pulse.
And that's when they brought you your cold food.
Oh my God. They had a tray that was sitting there. From the time I walked out of my room initially, there was a tray sitting there. It had sat there uncovered for 2 hours. They had the audacity to bring that to me with the warm milk and the tuna salad sandwich
So you died a little in the VA ER.
I'm just saying.
I mean, at least I was there to drive you home.
And for what it's worth, I understand I was not emergent. Like, they gave me the muscle relaxers and stuff.
Right.
I was not emergent. Good. Then let me the fuck out. Like, I was so angry. So then I
think that's an understatement.
So then I leave there, and you are like, why are we still here? You had lines on your face when we were sleeping. Like, you were out.
It was comfortable. Like,
yeah, your van is comfortable.
The weather was perfect. No one bothered me. I woke myself up snoring a couple of times.
You had the sunroof open.
But I was in the garage.
Right.
So it was fine. Listen to the cars drive back and forth. It was. It was like the cars driving overhead in the concrete building with like the waves at the ocean. Just it was like
lulling you to sleep.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. I kept waking up, looking at the time. Oh, it's getting late. I wonder if he's just going to be here all day.
Right.
Like, are they doing surgery today?
At one point, she asked me, "Are they going to admit you?" And I was like, "I have no idea. No one's been around."
You should probably ask.
I was so angry.
I think
so
you didn't get angry until you got hungry.
Right.
Then once that happened, it was a mess from there. It went downhill. So
if you work at the VA in Seattle, don't let your patients get hungry.
And don't give them cold milk with tuna.
Warm milk with warm tuna.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That was been sitting out for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? Bright side is you had food. You know?
If I was famished, yes, I had food.
Right. The bright side, babe. The bright side.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So let's go to why we're in Seattle in the first place.
Okay. Okay. Why are we? Well, we will start with it's your fault that I'm here.
Do explain.
Oh, okay. So once upon a time,
many moons
ago, when I met my lover here, and we worked together, and I can't fix that. I don't know. You got it?
Yeah. It's the camera's fault. Your shirt keeps falling down. It's the
camera's fault, absolutely. So we worked together, and I remember we had different jobs, and my job wasn't doing good. I wasn't happy. I felt they hated me. It was hard. I was like sad panda, and and then Anthony looks at me, and he says, "Listen, don't get out. Stay in the military. You're gonna marry me, or we're gonna PCS. Everything's gonna be great." Snot coming down my face, all over his shirt. Just, what do you mean? We can't get married? This is our second marriage. This isn't gonna work. This was just for fun. He's like, it's fine. And he's calm. I don't know if you guys seen the calm side. He's calm. He's, soothing. And he says, listen, babe, listen. You're going to marry me, and we're going to PCS, and we're going to start over. So, okay, where are we going? You know what? I don't care. I just don't want to be here anymore because it's so hard. I can't do this. 14 years later, we're in Seattle. It's your fault.
Do you feel like she missed something there? Because I feel like there's a couple steps. No. Bad Weaving Chat says they always say the camera takes off one shirt.
Oh.
You're just fighting physics now.
Legit.
No, basically, she got an opportunity for promotion, but it required her to move down here. We still have kids in school in Alaska, so I'm staying up there with the kids in Alaska. You're coming down here where the twins already were to go to college.
Yep.
So it just kind of worked out. You get a nice little place on base, so it's a nice, safe area.
Yes. You don't have to worry about us.
Right. And it's only a couple hour flight, and it's fairly cheap. Like usually we'll have enough miles to fly back and forth. So yeah, that's why we're here. And now you have this new job with all this new drama.
I feel every job comes with its own exciting adventure.
Oh.
Drama, it's not drama. Drama was high school. Adult world is adventurous.
Oh.
That's what it is. This is an adventure. So every time I go to work, it's a new adventure waiting to happen. Yay, me. Sometimes people need to be punched in the neck. Other times, people just need to be rocked to sleep and punched in the face. But other than that, and then there's the good people. There's good people out there that legit just want to work.
Just want to get their job done.
They just want to get their job done and work. And those are my favorites because I can grow them. I can mentor, guide, and lead them. And those are the lovelies. I love the lovelies. Yeah. They give me hope.
But sometimes you got to smurf the smurf out of a smurf.
Those are the ones I ignore them until they die. It works.
She's in the reserves, so it's not far from the truth. A complex tapestry of character building experience.
we go.
See? Best chatting on the night.
Oh my gosh, you guys have a way with words. Like my honey here. Magical.
You're down here. It's going to be a couple years that you're down here.
Yes.
And then when you're done with this tour, you should be ready to retire from the military.
Yes.
And go back to civilian life.
Yes.
And have some green tea, as I say. Actually, I don't say that at all.
I'm not drinking your green tea.
No, I don't. I wouldn't drink my green tea either.
Okay.
I don't like green tea, so I wouldn't make it very good. This is you living down here is not a big difference from some of the experiences we've already had. Because, I mean, I've been to Korea twice during our marriage. Mm-hmm. I've been deployed several times, like 3 or 4 times during our marriage. Yeah. And this is like the easiest of any of those because you're in a place where I don't have to worry about you. You're not in a war zone. You're not having to wear chem gear to work 3 days out of the week.
Right.
And you're a 3.5-hour flight from home.
Correct.
So it's, drop of a hat.
It's kind of lovely. A couple years ago, we joked that, gosh, babe, if you are able to get promoted, the best place for you to be would be to get that job down there in Washington. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, but that person would have to retire or die because that's how it is in the reserves. Yeah. And that person retired. But I wasn't alone. I didn't do this all by myself because I had to apply. Mm-hmm. I had to interview. And there was a board. There was other interviewees. I wasn't the only one. Right. But I was the one that dazzled. Superstar.
You got lucky.
I totally did. The star of the moon aligned. And yeah, I got lucky. I really did.
Yeah.
So.
But now you have your final rank. You're in a decent job. I mean, yeah, it's because drama's and its problems and stuff, but I think you'll actually really enjoy this once things settle down and you learn the way.
Yes. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. It's been nice. It's actually been nice having you here. To have someone to come home to. I don't know what to do when you leave. I might just stay at work all day and then go to sleep and then go back to work and stay there all day. I think.
Maybe write your EPR.
Get out of my business. All up in my business. Mind your business.
But yeah, it's this is one of those places where you're stepping into a job that someone else left, and you never know because they'd been there for a while, mm-hmm. and you never know if you're coming into this person was the most magnificent person in that position ever, or if they were completely hated, and what expectations that legacy leaves upon you. But it seems like you've stepped into this with a fairly clean slate and no extraordinary expectations. So you can kind of go in there and mold the position how you need to mold it and learn the people instead of the people just immediately disregarding you.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Look at you. I feel like I'm being interviewed. It's so weird. No, it's, I mean, you're exactly right. But then I sit there and I'm like, the stuff that the previous person did, I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's not my job. You know who should do that? That person. That's perfect for them. Yeah. She was here so long, she did everything and things she shouldn't have did and she didn't need to do, and it was just ridiculous and everybody was afraid of her. So it got to the point where they just let her do whatever she wants. She just walked around doing whatever job that she wanted to do, whether it went down to maintaining the snack bar.
That's definitely something a chief should do.
Or coordinating things with the other side of the base. I'm not doing that. Yeah. I'm not doing that. So I was like, and I did ask. I said, you're not expecting me to do that, are you? No. Okay, because I'm not. That's weird. Yeah. Why'd she, you know what? I don't care why she did it. I'm not doing it. Yeah. So it's, I get to see hope. I think that's the part for me. There's fresh faces. People stop off my office. I got an open door policy. There's like this little, on office doors, they have that little window and they block it with paper.
Mhm.
I took the paper down. So if I have to shut my door, they can see that I'm still in there. Like, it's not a secret, right? I don't lock my door. I don't shut it. I leave it open. And I told everybody, if my hat is here, it means I'm in the building. If my hat's not here, it means I'm not in the building, right? If my door is open, I'm wandering around somewhere. Come find me. Shoot me a text. Give
Right.
girl holler. So, it's actually refreshing. After about 2 months now, I think I'm slowly getting a little bit of a groove, and I'm about to roll into month 3, and um, that's when I'm gonna start making adjustments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're not bad. I don't come in there just trying to put the hammer down. So the
Right.
adjustments that I'm gonna make are fine tweaks that I feel some people work like this.
Good old blinders.
The weirdos work like this, and then I'm like, well, what about that back there behind you? And they're like, what are you talking about? What I'm like, and I work like this. Like, I need you to foresee everything. I have a motto. There's reactive people and there's proactive people. The proactive people are the pros, right?
And the reactive people are the rees.
The re-rees.
This is my life.
So, but I treat everybody the same, right?
Well, you give everyone the same opportunity. I wouldn't say you treat them the same.
Okay. Yeah. I do give them all an opportunity. So I give them an opportunity to not fuck shit up. So when they do, I will come for them.
With your belt.
With my belt. I just smile and be like, oh, you're fucking that up. Let's do this better, shall we? Okay, let's go. All right.
How were you not maintenance? Okay.
I grew up with you. I was.
Yeah.
Y'all were mean. You tried to steal my pens and stuff.
You say were as if it ended.
Well, I don't have to work over there anymore, so yeah. Now I get to go over there, and I'm like, that's dumb.
Now you get to come home to maintenance. So there's that.
Yeah, there's that. Okay.
All right. So the next question, the last thing that I had pre-canned for you.
Yeah.
I want to talk about.
Do we answer the questions in the chat? Like, are we like?
Yeah, if you see something in there you would like to reply to.
Okay. Yeah. Are you kidding? That's a dream. Pick the stuff you want to do and make other people do their. It's more of just assisting them and giving them purpose. Right? Like before.
Now who has ways with words?
They didn't have purpose. So I'm choosing to allow them to do other things other than come to work and look out the window like a window licker. Hey, you know what? This would be a great job for you. You're going to do that. Okay? All right. That's your job now.
Ensuring gainful employment.
Yes. I don't want them to be bored.
Right.
Who wants to go?
Nobody wants that.
Right.
Now that you're in Seattle and I'm staying in Alaska, what are we doing to ensure that our marriage stays just as strong as it's always been?
Well, I think the easiest answer is communication. I'm huge on communication, and I always yell at all of you. When I say all of you, the whole family, about how their communication skills are lacking.
It's like 53 of us now, right?
Yeah, something like that. But they all live with you.
Well, I got rid of 1.5 of them.
Okay. So it's kind of... All right. I don't know how much you've talked about the family dynamic, where we went from a family of 9 in one house to the twins moved out first, back in August because they left for school. And then me and my sister and Evelyn, my niece, my sister's daughter, moved out like right next to each other. So...
But Evelyn only partially moved out.
Evelyn did partially move out. Evelyn, she is a baby villain. She's a 6-year-old villain. She really is. I love her to death because I think she's funny as hell. Like, come on. Like, she's a 6-year-old with a mind of a 20-year-old. Like, she looks at you, she's like, why aren't you doing this? And she's dead serious. And you're like, you're 6. Get off my back, little person. Mind your business.
Yeah.
It gets you so irritated. I mean, she does do weird shit, like bite the dog. I mean, the dog bit her first. So in her defense, I taught her, bite him back. And I didn't know that was going to go down like that. So all you hear throughout the house, Evelyn, don't bite the dog. Stop. That's not a thing. Everybody was so mad. I was on the floor in stitches because I was dead laughing. When do you catch your kid biting the dog and the dog's like, she bit me?
Well, at one point she put her hand in Kai's mouth and then got mad because he bit her.
Yes.
Like he was chewing on his bone and you put your mouth or your hand in his mouth where he was chewing. Like as he's actively chewing.
You know, she was trying to play with him. But he's a sweet guy. See, he didn't draw blood.
He didn't.
He just startled her.
He was actually just as startled as she was. Like he thought he did something wrong. Like, no, dude.
And then she turned around and bit him back. He was like, ridiculous. Someone get their kid. Someone please rescue me. So, marriage.
Yeah.
Communication. That's always been our thing, though. Like, we had bad communication in the beginning, where we weren't communicating effectively. And you're used to, like, communicating in your head sometimes. And I communicate in my dreams where I thought I told you something. I mean, I really thought you had this dream thing down.
No, dream telepathy is not one of my strong suits.
Then I need you to get your life together.
I need you to make a dream journal or something. so I can read it and to see the stuff I should have heard from your dreams.
My bad. But you have this stuff in your head because you're so squirrely smart. It's in your head and you're like, I told you that. I'm like, no, you didn't. I would have remembered that. Like, no, you didn't. You didn't say that out loud. Well, I thought I told you. No, you didn't tell any of us.
So I should keep you on a communication diary so I can go back and say, no, on June 3rd at 13:15 local, I told you that the oil needed to be changed in the van.
Or how about you just tell me?
See, that'd be a record of me telling you because I told you, you just don't remember.
I can't with you.
Thus, we need to work on our communication.
Yeah. So we're getting better. Our communication, I would say, throughout the whole house is better. The twins and I live up here. Down here. And Maisie and Evelyn moved out. They moved downtown.
Pseudo moved out, yeah.
Yeah, well, kind of. Okay. Maisie did.
Yeah.
Evelyn still needs babysitting. So she stays at the main house with him. For the summer. To be watched.
So it's me, Amber, David, and Autumn. Plus part-time Evelyn.
Part-time Evelyn and Kai. So when I feel they're not listening to me, I just text everybody. My mom speak and I yell at everybody via text message. Like, why aren't you? You know what you should do. And just do it. Yeah. So my communication's fine. Yeah, everything's great.
No. The kicker with you is that you have expectations for everyone, and we find out your expectations as we don't accomplish them.
Well, then why aren't y'all doing it?
Right.
Like, if y'all just did it, it wouldn't be a problem.
Right.
I'm confused.
And the opposite is true, where I expect you guys to know something, but I never took the time to teach you.
Dude, that's true. Yeah. That's all you.
Yeah. Or I teach you guys one time and expect you to learn it because you should have paid attention the first time.
As a married man,
it never happens.
As a married man, I say to that, what's the
Yeah.
I cannot with y'all.
Yeah. The other thing that we're going to be doing is 4-day weekends. You'll be coming up to Alaska, pretty much.
Yes.
On a regular basis.
Yes.
And then when there are periods of not a lot of extracurricular activities with the kids in school and things like that, and periods of slow times, I'll come down here for a week or so. Like I've been down here it'll be 3 weeks before I head back.
What, really? 3 weeks?
Yeah. Insane, huh? Flew by.
Wow. So he's been living his best life.
It's been amazing. It's been amazing. This has been the most relaxing, like, vacation ever.
We're kind of like on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Like a vacation honeymoon?
A working honeymoon.
A working honeymoon.
Yeah, because I've been doing stuff around the house. Because my back allows.
Yes.
Doing, working on podcasts. And you've been working at your job.
Yes.
Because you have one of those.
Yeah, I have to go to work to make that money to pay the stupid bills that, so we can keep that roof over our head. Stupid bills. So dumb. Just paying leaves. Pick up some leaves out. Do you guys want the green leaves or you want the brown ones?
Right. You want them crispy or soft?
Ugh. So,
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah, I honestly think to everybody out there in the world, I honestly think that Anthony holds me together a lot more than he thinks he does. Because some of us females are cuckoo nuts. Like, I will admit it. Some of us are cuckoo nuts. But it takes a special kind of individual. What'd you call it? Managing the crazy? Is that what you called it?
Yes.
Crazy management? Takes a special kind of individual to control that and manage it. And I think you've done amazing, especially when I lose my shit and I'm all like, "Rawr! I'm gonna kill you all, this whole family, you're gonna burn, and I'm gonna get my belt and beat all of you. I told you to do this." Well, he manages crazy very well, and he's calm. He's calm when I lose my shit.
The opposite is also true.
Okay.
When I start getting in my head and going crazy, you are the thing that calms me down. Either by checking my attitude or by reassuring me, sometimes to the minimal level possible, but by reassuring me or just containing my crazy. And I think a lot of it is just that we have very different views on a lot of things.
Absolutely opposites.
Yeah. Not on everything, but on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But we understand that and we balance that against each other. So when there's big issues that come up, we talk about it. And regardless of who wins, we try to have buy-in from the other and we kind of subscribe to it. And it's like, okay, well, I had this argument, she had this argument. We found this is where the dividing lines are. The absolutes are met, but this is the gray area. And this particular issue, if it's kids, it goes to you. Like you're the parenting boss. If it's tech, if it's tech or logistics, figuring out scheduling, that usually goes to me. Like we have our strong points, and once we've figured out a path, it's no longer my plan versus your plan, it's our plan, and we kind of just press forward together with it. And that's probably the military talking.
I don't think we're ever going to get rid of that. That's just always that dynamic. It's always going to be there, even when we get old and gray.
Well, we grew up completely differently too.
What are you talking about? We were both poor.
Our definitions of poor are very different.
Lacking the monetary income.
Okay. Income aside, we grew up very, 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 very similarly.
Okay.
Yeah. Your family had a higher threshold of what was possible than mine did. Exactly. But we both grew up, thinking Doritos inside our peanut butter and jelly sandwich was a delight.
No. No, sir. No.
Point proven.
Ham and cheese.
Oh, Doritos inside your ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese.
Oh,
peanut butter and jelly?
What cheese?
Oh, I had cheese.
We had government cheese. We had Kraft Singles if we were lucky, which, by the way, is not cheese.
We had Kraft Singles.
Yeah.
See? Totally same. Totally same.
But did I say Kraft? I meant American cheese singles.
I mean, who to what is?
In the white box.
In the white box. Was it at least in the refrigerator aisle? Or was it on the shelf with the stuff that's kind of cheese on the shelf?
You didn't have to refrigerate it. Like, that's how I knew it wasn't cheese.
I found mine. in the refrigerator aisle.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I bet you did.
Listen.
Must be nice to have a refrigerator.
Every time with you. Every time we do this. Every time. God. I mean, if you just plugged yours into the neighbor's house, you would have been fine.
We did that once, and they unplugged it in the middle of the night.
You know, I got nothing. He wins every time. There you go. Oh, see? Processed cheese product. That sounds delicious. With my ham or my bologna, fried bologna sandwiches.
Oh, I can't eat bologna.
I can't either.
Oh, so gross.
I loved it back then. What about sugar bread? Did y'all have sugar bread?
And then take some bread and throw some sugar on it and call it a dessert?
With butter. You had to have butter. You guys didn't have butter?
You had margarine. You don't eat margarine on bread.
Margarine's not
butter. No, it's plastic. They taste like butter.
It's weird dark yellow stuff. See? Fried bologna sandwiches are the best.
No.
You get some of that processed cheese product.
With it processed meat product? And
with some Doritos, because you were fancy.
When it comes to bologna, you might as well be giving me head cheese. Yeah. They're the same to me. It's so gross. But I'll eat the hell out of some hot dogs. And no, I don't understand the difference.
There's something wrong with you sometimes.
There's a lot of things wrong with me all the time. Oh,
okay. As long as we know that. I'm just saying. Okay.
Bad Weave agrees with you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, see? And he agrees with me.
Ugh. Yeah, I live with it.
Bad Weave's been around for a few years. He knows there's not a lot of wires going the right way up here.
No, they're going. Your wires are just firing. What happens is when some of us don't do what you feel that we should be doing, your wires are all like and that's when it starts spiraling, and then I can see you across the room start losing your shit, and then I have to tell the kids, run. I got this. Run.
I'm just gonna put out there that it's probably a good thing for our family and our relationship that neither one of us grew up with physical abuse in the home.
Yes.
Because that's not something that's not an issue.
No, we did not have that. And yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like I quit spanking 2007 before the twins left. Or before Amber and Ashley left Hawaii.
Okay.
I'd already decided that it wasn't worth it for Amber and Ashley.
I resorted to military style punishment. So my kids had push-ups.
Yeah.
They had running miles at 6 years old, run that mile. And if you stop, you got an extra lap to do.
Yep.
So I resorted because I was tired. But spanking takes a lot of energy.
Now they all play soccer, so I guess it kind of worked out.
They're pretty fast. And they're strong.
They're only this tall.
Right.
But they're fast as hell.
Yeah. The push-ups helped. You can tell which one got in more trouble than the other one because she's really strong. The older twin is really strong.
Beefcake.
Yeah, Beefcake. She's strong. She got in a lot of trouble. She did a lot of push-ups and planks. So one twin got a filter and the other one didn't get a filter on their mouths. I can't with these comments. Yes, she did not. We'll adjust that in a minute. Yes. Madison was your favorite, though. She was... Especially once I got her to drop the parental guys. Like, kids act a certain way in front of their parents. Mm-hmm. And once I sat her down one day and I was like, look, I know there's some shit bothering you. So instead of just trying to find the words and be polite and childlike about it and not want to curse in front of your parents or whatever else... You're 13 at the time or whatever. I was like, you're 13, just say what the fuck is on your mind. Yeah. And holy shit, she just exploded. That explains it. And her mouth has not stopped since. Did you do that when we moved to Alaska? No, that was in Texas. That explains a lot. We took David to soccer practice one day, and her and I were sitting there on the soccer field watching David at practice. That explains a lot because she has no filter now and she will tell you exactly how she feels. Well, she didn't have a filter before, but she had the parental limit. She wouldn't cuss in front of us, stuff like that. Yeah. But you could tell she had stuff to say, but she was afraid of saying the wrong thing in front of her parents. Yeah. And once that dropped, she's just been full bore. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking teacher,
if you're a cop, if you're a parent, grandparent, it don't fucking matter. It's coming out of her mouth. She's expressing her ideas immediately.
Well, I mean, it was better than the dirty look she used to give you.
She still does, but now I understand them better.
Oh my god.
And BioCal, we'll have to discuss that tomorrow night at dinner.
Oh, I get to meet him for dinner, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him, I believe his wife is not going to be able to make it, but we will still see him tomorrow night at dinner. So.
Perfect. No, absolutely.
But yeah, that's kind of how we had to go into this whole move thing. Was, you know, let's figure out what we need to do. Let's make sure our FaceTime is working.
Yes. For those of you that didn't already know, my lover here is our security manager / our computer guy, right? So if you're gonna marry someone, they have to have an attribute that you don't have. So computer security,
not physical attribute, like knowledge attribute.
Okay. Just to clarify. Thanks, darling.
It's Pride Month. I don't want to be sitting there trying to say you have to marry someone with parts you don't have. That's fucking rude. Like,
so he's my security / computer guy. You know.
I'm also your half-ass handyman.
Yes.
I try.
You do very well. It takes you a while because you're always researching.
Yeah.
But I learned that he does so much research to do it perfectly that
wiring the shed.
Like wiring the shed. That was a big project.
We researched that shit for 3 months.
It took a long time. Then he was out there and taking a long time, and I thought, what is taking him so long? It's getting cold out. I'm not helping him with that. So I sent the boy out there.
Yeah.
And he was helpful.
But how did it turn out?
It's amazing.
I mean, it's not done because it eventually got too cold to keep working out there.
Yeah.
And I haven't had a chance this spring and summer to get into it because of the move and everything else.
Next summer.
But I mean, like right now, you go out there and it's, other than the one outlet that has been kind of rewired and hanging off the wall in order to plug the lights in because they don't have the lights in stock at the time.
It's fine.
But other than that, I mean, it's
a damn good shed.
Yeah.
No, it works. It's better than I could expect.
I showed someone a picture of the wiring in the box, and they're like, "What contractor did you use?" I was like, "No, that's just me." They're like,
his OCD is strong. If y'all,
I could never be a commercial electrician because my OCD is so strong when it comes to wiring, especially. Yeah,
OCD.
I'd be on one. I'd be a great government worker.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, because I'd be on one job for like the next 6 years, even though it should have been done in 3. Would be way over budget. That's how that works, right?
That's okay. Yeah, that works. Yeah.
Start charging $5,000 for a hammer.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So we figure it out. We figure it. I'm not gonna say it's easy.
It's not.
The first, I think. Yeah, we are able. I think all the things we've been through over the last, we're rolling into 14 years. We just completed year 13 in February. Yeah. So now we just started year 13 of marriage. 14. And I think I've been able to get us to humble ourselves to all the things that we've been through. Because the beginning part of this marriage was very rough. How many times did I serve you divorce paperwork?
None. None. You threatened it many, but you never actually served me with any.
I didn't serve you, but I sent it to you via email.
No, I sent it to you.
Mother sucker. You.
Because I was going to go to Korea, and I was like, either I'm married or I'm not.
And I wasn't going to give him the chance to go not married. I was going to ruin that fun. Because you know what? I'm a fun killer.
It happens. So... Yeah, because that was like a point where you and I weren't really even talking very much.
We weren't.
So when I sent that to you, it started up another conversation, and that led into me actually going to Korea. Mm-hmm. And during that year in Korea, spending a lot of time talking through a lot of issues. And we thought we were good to go until a month and a half after I got back from Korea. Is when we finally actually had the talk that kind of rebuilt our marriage and gave us a solid foundation of trust to build a marriage off of.
Was that the marriage retreat?
It was before the marriage retreat. It was like 2 weeks before the marriage retreat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Yeah. No, I have a copy of our marriage certificate hidden away, like in a safe place, off premises. Like it's in a totally different place, just in case she tries to deny me one more time.
That's legit. I've tried to get him to disclose this location.
Mm.
He won't do it because I have a copy, and I'm like, well, I mean, there's really no proof that we're married,
You
right?
have the useful copy, the one we actually send to people for like stuff, you know. Yeah, the legal copy. I have the one that's just like archival. So something else I wanted to bring up, and this is kind of off the cuff. I was trying to tell you about it earlier, but you kept getting phone calls.
Oh boy.
The Senate yesterday unanimously approved Juneteenth as a federal holiday. The House today, I believe, I don't know if it was unanimous or not, but they voted for it as well. So now it's passed both houses of Congress, and it goes to President Biden. So unless he flips the script pretty quick, it looks like June 19th, starting in 2022, will be Juneteenth, a federal holiday, a bank holiday, like all the normal powers of a federal holiday. What do you think about that? 14 no votes in the House. Fuck all 14 of them. Yeah, some states have already started recognizing it within the last couple of years. But it's going to be a federal holiday, like a bank holiday. What do you think about that? And to skew your answer a little bit here, American Independence Day is July 4th, which is not anything related to when the Declaration was actually signed.
Right.
It's like just there's a series of dates, and they kind of picked the 4th out of those dates when they all had equal opportunity. 2 weeks before that is going to be Juneteenth. This celebration of the final ending of federally sanctioned slavery in Texas. You know, well, I mean, at all, but it happened in Texas. Texas was the last state to outlaw it. How do you feel about that?
I feel good about it. But I also know that even if they didn't make it a holiday, I would take that day off. For the longest time, I don't know if many people know, for the longest time, Martin Luther King Day wasn't a holiday. Right? So
it still flips in the States. It's not a federal holiday. It's
a federal holiday.
It's a federal day of observance.
Yes.
But it's not a federal holiday.
We still
some shit like that.
Yeah. So my mom, in all her angry black woman glory, made sure that we did not go to school on that day. Ever. So whatever day it fell on, we didn't go to school. If it fell on a weekday or that Monday, we didn't go to school. So I'm excited. It's something that's probably been overdue.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm not afraid to take a day off from work to celebrate something and hang out with the girls. Because being down here, I wanted to do something with the girls that I could just us together, right? Celebrating, because being mixed females, they don't know their father's side as well as they should, and I wish they did. So I usually try to get them to know that side.
But they also don't know a lot about your side.
They know more than their father's side, though.
Yes, but when you look at this last year of, I say the last year, it's been a long time coming, but this last year has really been a major point in all of it. Of this, like, this social cause reckoning, and looking at the Black Lives Matter movement and everything else. You've been pretty nonchalant about all of that so far, because it's almost like you don't see that the change is actually going to happen. It's a bunch of noise with no popcorn.
No, it's not that. It's not that at all. I don't want to sway our kids to be on one side than the other. Because sometimes kids growing up in a blended, or especially a biracial family, they feel they should sway to one culture more than the other. Right? I want them to grow up to be neutral. Like, I want them to know that they have the best of both worlds. Like, they can go anywhere and be anything, and it's not because they were raised more on their black side or they're raised more on their white side. It's because who they are and what we have taught them and how they've become as humans, to know that when they walk into a room, it's not the color of your skin, it's how you present yourself, right? And
or at least it should be.
I wouldn't be here today if I thought it was all about my color. I wouldn't be in this job if every day of my life I thought, oh, I'm not going to get the job because of the color of my skin, or I got the job because of the color of my skin. I got the job because I was the best person for the job, because I know that job, because I'm good at that job. So
I have a proposal.
Oh boy.
How do you celebrate Juneteenth?
I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out.
The traditional way, from what I read, because I did some reading, is that Black families would have a day of, it's a family day where they get together with their families.
Okay.
They pray and they eat. So it's kind of like a
We don't pray.
We don't. We do eat. So this would be my proposal. I suggest, because here's the other thing. White people are always trying to get invited to the black barbecues because everybody knows they're the best black barbecues.
Shh. I don't know why you're telling on my business.
They already know.
They don't know.
They've been watching this podcast long enough.
Do they know about the sweet potato pie?
I don't tell them about sweet potato pie.
They don't know. Why are you telling all of our business then?
I ain't trying to tell them about sweet potato pie.
They don't know. They're all still eating pumpkin pie.
I'm not sure I'm supposed to know about sweet potato pie. My suggestion would be that on Juneteenth, especially if it falls on a Saturday or a Sunday, this year it falls on a Saturday, next year it falls on a Sunday, that in order to try to bridge the gap, to show a welcome hand, I suggest that all of the white folk in an area host a barbecue for all the black folk. But you can't have none of the shitty white people food. Like no.
I love you to death, but it's still gonna be there.
What?
The shitty food.
Oh, no, probably.
See, he knows.
Veggie burgers on. No.
It's.
No.
He knows.
No.
He knows.
But I say we do something like that, because
it might not work out. They know. Your people know. Fox one, y'all. I can't. They know. Y'all, look, what's gonna happen is all the peach people are gonna have this little barbecue. Brown people are invited. Brown people are gonna show up and they'd be like, "Y'all trying to poison us?" That's what's going down.
Oh no!
Veggie burgers.
No, that's where families like ours come in play. We would be in the kitchen area, in the cooking side of it, making sure nobody does anything funny.
I can't.
Because we got to play both sides. We got to play the middle. You know.
This is why I don't do potlucks. You don't know if someone's cat's sitting on the counter.
Oh, it is. It is. It's rubbing its asshole on
so,
your macaroni.
What about we start something special and we do it with the family first? Mm-hmm. Because what we've been doing with the family is we've been doing traditional things, and the things that we do in our family, right? Our kids will start doing in their homes as they get older, right? Because it's going to carry with them. See, I cannot. What the hell is that? Say it. Go ahead, say it.
Avocado quinoa salad. You're the only.
I'm gonna starve to death at y'all barbecue.
You're the only person I've ever known to eat quinoa like willingly.
I'm not bringing it to a potluck though. That's private.
I'm not eating it at all.
So with our family and our tradition and the things that we've done, we can start it with our family. We can do like a little traditional thing, and what we can do is we can have the kids research different parts of their culture, and we can share it at dinner, and then we can make something with our family, right? And start something small just to celebrate, and a little bit of history, because Madison's our history buff now. when one of the kids, she loves history, but she loves it, so she can, she can be our, our coordinator on it, and
Mm-hmm.
we can have food, or we can talk about a piece of history from, because we're so blended.
Mm-hmm.
After we doing that, what, 23andMe? What is it? Is that what we did?
We did both. We did the 23andMe and Ancestry.com.
So we know we got a lot of different.
There's no straight lines in like
Right.
in the directionals. Like
Right.
you've got some European stuff, I've got some African stuff, and we've all got like the only thing we don't have any like East Asian kind of stuff in our family.
See, there you go. So I
So no Japanese, Chinese, Filipino.
yeah, but I feel we should do something with the family, like something small, and we can start it next year, because this year is we got family coming, so this year will be a little.
Well, Juneteenth is this Saturday. We're not starting shit.
Right, but we could sell. I won't be able to fly home on Juneteenth unless
I'm flying. I'm not gonna fly home for Juneteenth and turn around and fly back here and then fly back up there. Like that's not
right. So we'll have to figure out something for next year. But that's what I propose.
Yeah.
Green Jello with caramel fruit. And
canned fruit and cottage cheese in it, because BioCal.
Is that food? People eat that?
Some people do. Yeah.
Stop it.
You never went to a peach people barbecue.
So for those that don't know, we use peach and brown. That was our history with the family. For those of you that are like, when the kids were little, the kids used certain crowns to color family. So they would always use the brown crown or the peach crown for daddy. And then of course I was like, well, what about you guys? They're like, we just color lighter. So there's peach, there's light brown people, and there's dark brown people like you, mommy. And that's how we raise the kids all these years, that's the color of the people of the world, right? Everybody's a shade. It's either peach, light brown, or dark brown.
It's all a shade of orange. Really.
Just a shade of orange. I can't.
Once I found out.
See, peach people barbecue.
Once I found out that brown is just a dark shade of orange, it like fucked me up in my head for a good 3 or 4 months.
Oh my god. He actually doesn't get red. He I don't know what's going on in his background. He browns. There's a picture. I wish we had that picture to upload for them of your different shades.
You have it on your phone.
I do.
Yeah, I can put it in the show notes.
You put the show notes for them?
And I'll drop it in the Discord.
Okay. So, yeah, Anthony he's not red. He turns a lighter shade of brown or orange.
I tan nicely when I tan.
Yes.
And I don't burn particularly easy.
No. Unless it's on your head and it's completely shaved.
Right.
When you're mowing the grass. But other than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
But like on a normal basis, unless I'm doing something stupid that we shouldn't be doing, like sitting all day in the sun at the beach or something like that, I typically don't burn. I will get a decent brown. Like it's not brown, but it's
well, since he's been here, he's been sitting on the back patio, hanging out, living his best life.
Oh, yeah.
While I'm at work. I didn't know he sat on the patio chilling. I got a nice picture of that too, just chilling on the patio, reading his Twitter from y'all.
Yeah.
Living his best life.
Yeah.
So
it's
deeper shade of pale. They're the best.
Yeah. Welcome to chat. This is
just so you guys know, this is not regular. I'm not gonna be up here regular. I'm not gonna do this. Don't look at me like that. No.
I already have cover art for the show we're supposed to be doing together. Designed it myself, and it's actually really good. It's better than this shitty Ritual Misery logo thing that I did.
I think it's lovely because you and Kent have been doing that for years, and that is your thing together. Yes. I think it's absolutely lovely.
Which is why we had to start a new show for me and you.
Oh, God. You and Kent been doing this how many years now?
7.
7 years.
Coming up on August will be 7.
Ugh. I thought it was the weirdest thing ever.
And now it helps pay some bills.
Yes. But it also, more importantly, it makes you happy. Like, You stress a little bit, but you enjoy it.
It gives me the best friends I've ever had. They're online and I can ignore them when I need to.
Kind of like you do us at the house.
Yeah, but y'all come knocking on my door and stuff, and like.
We do knock on his door. He's got his own private office to do all this in his own little private office, and he locks the door. The first time he locked the door,
You were mad.
I was like crazy, like deranged.
Like you thought some crazy shit was going on. I had to bring up my toggle history and my web history to show you that I wasn't like doing anything crazy in there and shit.
Listen, yeah. Why are you locking the door in our own house and you in your private office with all your computer monitors and you in here quietly just with the door locked? I was like, rah! I was like crazy wife. Sometimes though, we have to pull that crazy wife out so you guys know how much we love you. It just is.
It turns out I just scare easy, and when I'm wearing headphones at night trying to edit some shit, I don't like people just walking up behind me randomly. Weird. Or I'm vaping in my office and I don't want my daughter walking in. Like,
that's fair, but
you know,
look,
like it's.
See, crazy means I love you.
Got some good titles going. All right, so that has been this episode. Is there anything else that you would like to say before we close out?
It's been great.
I stall while I bring up the credits so I know what to say at the end of the episode.
It's been great. I will tell you guys, I got dressed for you. Even though my outfit is failing me on the show, I apologize. I can't.
It's trying to fail you.
It's really, I don't know what's going on because I can't.
It's all angry.
Yeah, I can't do this backwards shirt thing.
Backwards.
Like, I can't. He can't flip the screen for me because he has to do it with his left hand, and lefties rule.
I didn't think about that. We are sitting on their appropriate sides. As I'm right-handed, you're left-handed. Mm-hmm. I didn't think about it.
This is my favorite side.
I was just trying to tuck in the corner so you could be seen. Jeez. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. If you guys want more of this, the only way I'm going to convince her that you want more of it is to let us know. Tweet her at Sariethia. It's on my profile page. Just click on the little... I tagged her on there. Tweet her at Sariethia. Say more shows, more podcasts. You should be on more often. Just say something. And tag Diamond Club in it so I can get behind it too, because I love having her on.
You're the worst.
But you're the best.
Oh.
I love having her on. I think we have a lot of fun together, and I think if she did this more often, she wouldn't yell as much, so the microphones weren't peaking. And
he did try to adjust the microphone.
I adjusted like 15 times during this episode. And she would get more comfortable with it. And I think just like I have with Kent, a way to keep, a regular appointment to talk about random shit, I think that might be good for our marriage as well.
He said you guys are freaking adorable. Oh, thank you. He brings out the best in me, I'm telling you. It's hard to manage. It's crazy. Were you there when my dad said at Thanksgiving? Thank God someone took my daughter.
No, I thought that was your ex-husband. There you go. All right, we will be hopping in the Discord shortly after the show to do a little more chatting so she can relax and let her shirt fall or whatever it's going to do without being on video. You can catch everything that we're doing as far as a podcast at ritualmisery.com. You can find all my art and my personal tales that my little diatribes or whatever the hell you want to put them that I haven't been keeping up on because it's just been too fucking busy at anthonylemos.com. And of course, you can find her on Twitter at Sariethia, Sariethia. She doesn't hit Twitter very much, but she does have alerts on. So if you do text her, she will, or do message her on the tag her or whatever, she will see it. And of course, at this point right here is usually where the music from Kevin MacLeod comes in. So thank you to Kevin MacLeod, and thank you everybody that helps us make the show. If you're a patron or if you are just watching on Twitch, or if you watch later on Twitch or on YouTube, all of it helps. It's all just whatever you can do. That's what gives us the inspiration to keep going and doing more, and hopefully doing more with her because she's amazing. And for Sariethia, for the absent Kent, jerk, and it's not his fault. He's just a jerk. He's not a jerk because he's not here. He's just a jerk. And for me and for you, this has been your Ritual Misery Podcast. And now I stopped the recording because that's supposed to be the end of the show. But now I gotta find all the buttons because it's all so unfamiliar.
But you did good. Like, you got the setup and everything. So, like, this looks normal.
There we go. BioCal's got it. Twitter.com/Sariethia.
Oh.
He's got it right there in the chat.
He's the worst.
You can tell him tomorrow at dinner.
Oh my god. Oh god. Long time follow. Yeah, she doesn't do anything on Twitter. I just repost what my husband reposts.
Yeah. All right. So this is the after show. This part of the show is not on the normal recording. We still are live on Twitch, and this will go. I guess this won't go. Well, I'm just gonna have to take the video and rip it anyway because Audition didn't really record anything we were saying.
Is that bad?
No, I'll just take it off the video.
Can they still hear us?
They can. They can still hear us.
Oh, okay.
That one stopped. I'm not going to use that one anyway.
Okay.
So the first thing we need to do, rmp.showbot.tv, brought to you by the aforementioned BioCal. We can go over there, vote on your favorite titles over there, rmp.showbot.tv.
There's titles?
Yeah, they've been submitted.
All I saw was shit show.
That's what we call it. We call it a shit show title. Shit show titles. So these are the titles that people have suggested throughout the show.
Okay.
And then now people can go in there and vote on them. So if you would, rmp.showbot.tv or ritualmisery.showbot.tv. Go in there and vote for your favorite titles. Peach People Barbecue is pretty good. It's got the lead right now. And what I'll do is I will take the top vote getter, unless it's overridden. Sometimes we do, but usually we don't. Yeah. I'll take the top vote getter, and that'll be the title of the episode. Okay. And then I'll take the next two, and I'll make a witty rejoinder in the comments or in the description using those. Okay. So it's kind of a top 3 wins.
I think they're all really pretty freaking cool.
So we're going to go down and read them.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and freeze it now. I will start with the top, then you'll go to the next one.
Okay.
Peach People Barbecue by BioCal.
The divorce papers are next to the marriage certificate by BioCal.
The Crazy Means I Love You.
It does.
By Bad Beef.
It does. The Calming Sounds of the Diesel Engines by BioCal.
Huh? Referring to your garage parking. Your parking garage at the hospital.
I don't know why you're bringing up old shit.
That was like 20 minutes ago. Nice to have you here. Now get out of my business. By Bad Beef.
Sent papers, but never served. BioCal.
Might be speaking from experience on that one. Is that a food from BioCal?
Like, it wasn't food. Like, who eats that?
I don't because it has cottage cheese in it and it looks funny. But I know plenty of people that do. Yeah.
No. I don't know it. No. It's like right there with Vienna sausages.
So I think the problem is peach people at a barbecue are trying to look like they put a lot of effort into something. Whereas brown people at a barbecue don't give a shit necessarily what it looks like as long as everyone wants to eat it.
Yes.
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 Which is why I like brown people barbecues more than peach people barbecues. Because I like the fucking food. I don't give a shit what it looks like.
Listen, and we don't let our animals in the kitchen. You know how I feel about Kai in the kitchen. I don't let the fucking animals in the kitchen. Kai doesn't get in the kitchen. The dog doesn't walk in the kitchen when I'm home. He's like, and he gets scared too, and he'd be backing up, all scared and nervous.
It's funny because if you actually tell him, like, give him the command kitchen. You know, if you tell him bed, he goes to his bed. You tell him kennel, he goes to his kennel. You tell him sit, he sits. You tell him kitchen, he gets out of the kitchen. It's like the reverse command. You just tell him kitchen, and he just walks away from the kitchen.
He's the worst. He's the worst. Yeah, that dog.
The Princess and the Peach. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Yep. I like that. All right, we still got a little more time to vote. Meanwhile, if you have someone that you would like to suggest that we raid, go ahead and do that, so we can give another Diamond Clubber, or anybody really.
What's a raid?
It's where we take all the people currently watching us,
okay,
and we give them an opportunity. Basically, when we're ending our stream feeds into another one.
Oh.
So if you're watching Channel 4 and Channel 4's broadcast date ends, and they automatically kick everybody over to Channel 5, that's what we do.
Oh.
So we raid them. And typically, unless it's something really interesting, they don't hang around. But it does bump their numbers up for a little while and gives them a higher max count of people viewing. So it's cool.
Oh, you guys are swell. That's so
we like to do it to where the Diamond Clubber that's currently streaming that has the fewest number of people watching would be the ones that would get it. So they get a nice little bump.
Oh. Is BioKill helping us out? Or that?
DKG TVs and W Scottus 1. Okay. Well, let's go W Scottus 1. He's the one that's we haven't rated him in a while because we're never streaming when he is.
Is he streaming? So
yes, these are the ones that are. Oh, VOD Squad. Oh, there we go. VOD Squad is still on. Okay, let's do VOD Squad. So let's go. 30 seconds left to vote on the titles, and then we'll pick a title and kick over to VOD Squad.
I think Peach People Barbecue is cool because no one's gonna get it. They're gonna
Peach People Barbecue and the Princess and the Peach. That's a tough toss up.
Oh, come on, guys! Now it's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Who breaks that tie?
That's what happens. Well, there's 3 people watching right now. Then we each get a vote.
Oh.
Right. But I usually don't say who I vote for. So.
Okay.
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough.
That's
Oh, and BioCow just went in there and junked out he took his out of there. BioCow doing the crazy stuff.
I think you might have.
Yeah. Oh, he's saying he didn't. So whoever else voted for Peach People Barbecue must have punched out. Princess and the Peach has to win. Bad Weave did it.
Okay.
All right. I think we have.
We have winner. 30 seconds done.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
got it.
Yep. And then I'll vote this one up right here so that it goes to be the second place. And what do you want to pick, babe? Give me one.
No,
just give me one of any of these other two. Which one of these two? Let's go with this one here.
What I like Peach People Barbecue.
Yes, but these two are already going to be in there. Like this is already. Going to be
Oh, okay. Crazy means I love you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Duh.
Okay. So
there's a thin line between love
and hate. Oh Lord, what have y'all done to me now? You know, I gotta. There we go, and then I'll take this and bring it over here and punch that right in there, and there's our totals. All right. Damn you on the vote button. Who put that in there? All right, y'all. I'm gonna kick you over to VOD Squad and
clearly a crazy person.
Yeah.
I might come back. You guys are pretty cool.
It's
I don't know. I'm the RA. The RA just sits in the background. I had to get pretty for y'all. Like this was rough. It's like 20 minutes.
She wanted to pull a Bonnie and just sit off to the side and just have me.
I did.
I was like, I can't do that to my audience. Can't have them just staring at me for an hour while I'm talking to the pretty one. Like that wouldn't work well. Like they would hate me for that. I would hate me for that.
So I had to go and change my clothes.
Plus, it's easier to. I only have one mic stand, so it's easier just to put the mic in between us instead of giving us each our own mic stand.
He tricked me.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't. It is what it is.
That's what you get. Yeah. All the fucking desk mount mic stands are gone. Like all of them.
In this town?
Yeah. Because as soon as pandemic went over, everybody's like, I'm gonna go start a podcast, and they all went out and bought all the desk mount mic stands. So I just needed 2, and I couldn't get them.
It's okay. Next time.
Yeah.
You'll order it and have it sent to the house.
I will. So this is actually RMP Studio 2.
Okay.
For when I'm here from like when I'm actually here visiting stuff like that, so I can maintain normal operations. And then when I'm not around, she'll be able to use this setup for her own stuff.
This setup is ridiculous, y'all.
It's not that ridiculous. It's only 2 monitors, a computer, a Focusrite, some headphones.
His OCD's out of control.
It's beautiful though, isn't it? I had to level the monitors.
He leveled the monitors.
I actually broke out a level and made sure they were level.
Invisible Wife 2, Peach People Barbecue.
I know they're just coming up with movie titles. Oh, geez. Okay. All right. We got to go. Enjoy VOD Squad. Hang out. Hit them a follow if you don't already. And let them know that we sent you so they can send us some love next time they have the opportunity to. Thank you guys so much. And we will be in Discord shortly after she gets a chance to relax, unstress for a minute. Love you, mean it. Oh, goodness.
You're awesome, babe.
Nah.
I'm sorry my wardrobe failed us. Like, I was trying to be cute, and I can't be cute when your wardrobe's like...
One more time for the people in the back.